these are the monitoring sites also have been involved. And I'm not like a trainer. I'm currently working in other organization like a product based. So I have an experience in like a telecommunications project, insurance, educations. So currently I'm working in banking domain. Okay. So I'm working in project, right? So I have a hands-on as well as I know how to handle the project as a team lead because I'm a team lead. So I can give you from start to end. Okay. Not like a KT or not like a training like a student. So you can also, if you're joining one project, if you're starting one project, okay, if you're attending for any interview, so this section will be useful for you. Okay, I can guarantee that. Even after this session, I'll be contacting WhatsApp too. Even the number will be shared. Okay, you can call me. Suppose if I'm not reachable, just ping me. I'll respond as soon as possible. Okay. Also, please unmute yourself if you have any questions. Okay. Suppose if I'm not able to answer at the moment, I can try to solve your answer at the end. Okay. Don't be worried. Okay. Let me start sharing my screen to see the course syllabus now. Okay. If I'm one more thing, if I'm going too fast, please let me know. Okay. Because I'll not repeat the keep on same word like a trainer. So it will completely like how you're entering into the project, how you'll handle the project, how you will get an hands on. So it will be like a professional level. Okay, you can stop me. Okay, if I'm going too fast, I'll not go too fast, but still stop me. Okay, if you feel like. It's my screen visible, the content.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the core syllabus I'm going to cover. Okay. So starting from the performance testing and end how you will sign off the project. So these are the things we are going to cover in this course, not in theoretical as well as the practical section. Okay, as is the introduction. So you want to know, right, which are the topics I'm going to cover, whether it's useful for your career. So definitely it will be useful, but still you want to know the content and just want to share the syllabus first, then we'll start the practical session. Okay, without knowing the theoretical you will not start into practical, right? So I'll start with theoretical ones, then we'll go for practical. Okay, so first I'll start with the performance testing. So you need to understand first what's performance testing, right? Then only if you're entering into some project, if you're attending any interview, you should know why we are going for JMeter, why we are picking this tool, right? So you need to understand the basics of the performance testing. So I'll cover those introduction. So what, why, and what are those type? Okay, it's completely introductions. So basically, like why we are going a performance testing. Basically, performance testing is non-functional testing. It's not a functional testing. It's a final stage. Once the functional testing is completed, then we will do the performance testing. Then it will go to productions, right? So I'll start the introduction of performance testing and a life cycle. Why you need to know the life cycle means, for example, you are in one project. Okay, you are going to start scripting. So you will not start the scripting directly. Okay, you need to know the requirement first. Based on your requirement you need to create a plan. Okay, I got that requirement, these are the scenarios I'm going to cover. Correct. So based on the scenarios I'm going to write a script. Correct. After the script, based on a requirement I'm going to execute. Then after an execution you will raise a defect. Then defect you will go for sign off. So your life cycle will be like, for example, I think I shared only this. Maybe I'll write it top. Okay. So first you will collect the requirement. that's a non-functional requirement. Okay, then you will create a plan, the test plan, then you will do the scripting, then you will do an execution, and the last is report. The report, there is a various format. I'll tell you one, see your project how the report will be. Okay, don't worry, I'll show you the template. I'll show how we can write these informations, everything. Okay, so summary report means sign off. Okay, you should know this cycle, because if without knowing cycle, you can also do only scripting and execution. Okay, but better you have to understand the requirement first till the sign off. Okay, even if you are a beginner, okay, just understand your requirement first, then follow your approach. Okay, so this is the life cycle. Okay, this is the life cycle of the performance testing. And in this life cycle also, you will face different challenge. Okay, you have to collect some requirement in the sense, you need to know what are the details I need to collect, what are the informations I need, what are the, like, infra. For example, if you are going to run some applications, what are the machines you need, right? So how you have to collect, so you will face different challenge, so you should know what are the details I have to collect, right? So that is the life cycle. Okay, so these life cycles I'll cover. Okay, then, so you know the performance testing, then you know you are going to pick a JMeter tool, right? Here there are lots of tools, but currently our course is JMeter. So I'll tell you what's JMeter. If you're starting JMeter, why you are going to pick a JMeter? I'll compare the JMeter with other tool, LoadRunner. Okay, I'll compare. Okay, then only you will get it. Easily you can collect everything. Okay, so why we need a JMeter, how you can get those JMeter from the client or Google, how you can collect those tool, what are the prerequisites you know need. For example, if it's a JMeter, okay, it's completely a Java based. Okay, it's completely a Java based platform, so you need Java to be installed your machine. Okay, so without Java you will not do any executions, you will not even open JMeter. So I'll tell you how to install. You know, everyone should know how to install Java, how to do the setup, but still I'll cover, because this is the prerequisite. I will cover how to set up Java in your machine. Okay, and this JMeter, right, you can run in both Mac as well as Windows. Okay, you can download Mac as well as Windows. Okay, I'll tell you. But when you are running, right, when you are running or when you are opening JMeter, only small steps you have to change at the initial step to view the JMeter. The initial step might vary. Okay, no, definitely it will vary, right? It's completely different OS. So currently I'm using a Mac. Windows only we will cover, but I'm having a Mac, right? I'll also show you how you can open and how you can execute in the different platforms. Okay, don't worry. Okay. So I'll tell you how to install. It's very simple, but still, as we are covering from the scratch, from the beginner, we are covering to advanced, right? So I'll cover from the scratch. Okay, how to install, how to launch with the, even I'll cover Mac. Okay, and so you, once you got the tool, JMeter tool, you will start scripting, right? Because based on your requirement, what you will do, you will start scripting. So here scripting, JMeter will come, correct? In scripting only, JMeter will come. So you need to know the UI. First, you need to understand the user interface. User interface, I'm calling about an application. Okay. In applications, how it's working. Okay. What's the request? What's the response? How you have to pass the header. How you can understand the code. Okay. If we are not into the IT, it will be difficult to understand for you. But In theoretical view, I'm just telling how the request and how the response will be. For example, I'll share the different screen. Is my screen visible now? Chart. This screen is visible, right? The chart screen. Hello?
It is
Yes.
visible.
Yes, yeah. So if we are new, right? So you need to know what's request, what's this mean. So basically, if you take, there is client. Sorry, please mute yourself. If you have any question, then unmute and please ask. So basically, the normal, if we are doing anything, that will be like a client, the server, right? Client means very basic. First I'll tell very basic thing. Okay, client means our whatever system you are using, right? So you are the client. So whatever application you are accessing, that will reach to the server. Okay, so here what will happen, it will pass the request. Okay, you will pass the request. Based on your request, server will return your response. For example, you are searching something. Okay, even you are typing something Google, you are sending Google to the server, then Google will return your result, right? That result is response. Okay, so you're passing some request, you are returning some response. So you need to understand this basic. When returning this response, right, there are lots of status code. Okay, there are some status codes like 200, 300, 400, 500. I'll tell you the status code. What's the status code? If you are receiving this status code, what do you have to do? So you have to understand the basic, how you are accessing the application, then only you can able to fix the script. It's very important. Okay, without understanding the code, you will not know, okay, what mistake you are doing, whether you are doing mistake or server is returning some error. So you have to know the basics of this network level. Okay, these things I will cover, because JMeter will not access UI. I'm not sure how many of you know, JMeter will access the request. Okay, whatever request you are passing, it will capture those requests and it will return a response. It is not UI testing. Definitely you are capturing the request, it will return a response, but you will not see the UI. Okay, like an application, you will not see an UI. Okay, so this will cover in the interactions part. Okay, but everything we are going to see in practical. But before going to practical, you should know theoretical. So then only you can attend the interview, then only you can answer, right? So you should know theoretical as well as the practical. Okay, so any doubts in these introductions, only in introductions.
So, what are the set of prerequisites a person should have in order to start with BlazeMeter, or like what kind of background should he, what kind of foundation should he have basically?
So to start a JMeter, you have the Java should be installed in your machine. Okay, then JMeter too. Okay, JMeter you can also download from a Google. Okay, but suppose if, but in real time, if you are in a project, okay, you will not use your local machine, right? In your local machine, based on your network speed, you will receive the response. Suppose your networks, if you're using mobile data, you're accessing Google, your network speed will be slow, right? If you're using Wi-Fi with bandwidth, high bandwidth, your network will be fast. Same thing in a project, you will not use your local machine. They will give you a machine. Okay, there you have to install a JMeter. That time you need a Java as well as a JMeter. But these JMeter, you can ask the team, okay, which version we want. So everything. So basically, the prerequisite should be one
I'm
machine.
sorry.
That machine should be installed a Java
I'm sorry. I'm
and
actually asking about the like what
language.
kind of
Coming to the language, right?
what should be I
Knowledge.
have knowledge? Yeah, what
Yes,
knowledge
yes,
should
and that's are coming. Yeah, are coming to the next point. So after JMeter and